Hey friend, what's up? I miss you. Do you miss me? Oh man, I'm just gonna say straight up, like for real, I missed you so much. Thank you so much for the well wishes. I am feeling better, and as you could see in the last video, my husband did do some cleaning. The house got messed up a little bit again, and I was telling him about one of the comments. I was telling him about most of the comments that I was getting, well, like all of them. And I was telling him about the one that I had about how to fix the sofas in the living room to kind of give it another look, something that I haven't tried yet. And he actually did it. He had cleaned up the house again, and he rearranged the furniture, put the mirrors up, everything like that. So now this is what I was telling you guys about in the last video, so you'll be able to see that in this video. This is actually the day after, well, the living room and the kitchen anyway, how I was looking. So the mess that was made, so I got up and I cleaned up when I got off from work, and you're gonna see me be cleaning up pretty much the whole house. Well, not the whole house, because you're not gonna see me do laundry, although I might feel I have some dirty clothes to wash, and you're not gonna see me do my master bedroom or bathroom, but it's still pretty much a whole house because I'm cleaning the bedroom and the bathroom, living room, and the kitchen and the dining room. So if you're new here, welcome to the Healthy Mentality, where I do a lot of cleaning videos and I focus on your mental health and my mental health. Trying to help you basically with all the struggles that you may or may not be going through, giving some of the advice that I have been receiving, knowledge that I've been given, that I've heard, I'm just passing down to you guys. So without further ado, I got a little bit of motivation for you today, and today's topic is gonna be worrying and what you need to do about it, why you worrying so much, what causes it, or I don't know if it's like really what causes it, but what could happen if you continue to worry so much. And basically I'm gonna tell you how to stop worrying, what would happen if you just keep on worrying and letting it take over your life, and what happened to me from worrying, and how I was able to not let worrying take control of my life and become better or whatever with it. So first I'm just gonna start off by like defining worry, like in like idea to where you can understand. So basically worrying is like fear painting a picture inside of your mind. When you worry so much, you get like a fake perception of how things really are, and it's not actually based on all facts. And worrying is you not getting a full understanding of the situation because you lacking information. Like you don't have all the facts, so your mind's painting this picture because you keep letting this picture that your mind paint replay over and over in your mind, and it's starting to like become a truth to you even though it's really not. So you have to like decide that you want to stop worrying, because you know they say people be worrying themselves to death. You can worry yourself to death, and it may or may not be like the number one killer of like humans or mankind on this earth, but doctors do say that people who worry a lot die sooner than those that don't. So friend, I need you to stop worrying, because we need to be here for a long time. We got friends and family and everybody that love us, and we need to be around, and they want to be around us. So we gotta stop worrying so we can be here, you know, myself included. I'm getting better at it, but I still struggle with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, it's like if you really think about a friend, most of the stuff that you worrying about, what I learned is like 90% of it don't never even happen. It never happens. So like we be sitting around here worrying for nothing, over worrying ourselves, stressing ourselves out for nothing. And if you like me, you're gonna stress yourself out so bad you're not gonna eat, or you're gonna stress yourself out so bad that you're gonna eat so much, because that's what I do. I'm on both ends of the totem pole, or whatever you want to call it. Do so much, I stress so much I don't eat. I stress so much I overeat. we gotta do better. Makes you sick. And we don't need that. I don't need that. You don't need that. So if you want to stop if you want to stop worrying, the first thing you should do is just basically start debating and arguing and questioning everything that you're worrying about. Like, you gotta just start to look at the situation and everything that you're fearing and start to see if it's true. If it's your mind taking you somewhere deep down this rabbit hole, or it's actual facts. You see what I'm saying? Pretty soon you're gonna be able to sit back and look at everything from a different perspective and be able to even compare it to some of your past situations and experiences that you done been through, and experiences and situations that people that you know and you close to have been through, and then see if you really worrying or if you should be actually concerned. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine, friend, for a second, what your life would look like if you decide to keep worrying and letting worry take over your life. Where would you be? What would happen? Worst case scenario, would you end up one of those statistics? We don't want that. We don't want that. I don't want that for you. I know you don't want that for yourself. And now I want you to sit back and think and imagine what your life would look like if you chose to stop worrying and imagine all the happiness and joy and all the things you'll be able to accomplish and the direction your life would be headed in if you just stop worrying. Imagine how you'll be able to reach all your dreams and goals. Imagine how you will feel, that feeling that you would have to not have to worry about things. I don't know, you don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about situations, people, just everything that you can possibly be worrying about. I don't know, I know I'd be worrying about a lot of stuff. Well, I used to. I've learned to not worry as much, but I used to worry about everything. I would see something on the TV and I'd be watching a movie or something, and it would make me start worrying about something that I wasn't even worried about. I would hear something in passing of somebody else's conversation, just a few words, and it would make me worry about something that I had no business worrying about for no reason. So, you gotta just stop worrying so much. And, I was affected by worrying, and I really let it take over, my whole life, really, really, really bad. And, they say when you how do they say it? The more you do something, the better you become at it. Repetition, and the more you do it, you become better, something like that. So basically what I had did was I became a professional. I was an excellent worrier, y'all. For real, I was the number one, top of the list, hands down, all around professional. Couldn't get no better worrier. I worried about everything, big and small, everything dealing with my circumstances, what people thought about me, my money and finances, all my abilities to be able to complete and accomplish stuff, questioning my just will to be able to do stuff stuff that I know that I can do, questioning myself, second guessing myself, worrying about my future, worrying about where I am at in life, just comparing myself to other people and worrying about it, why I'm not there, why I don't have and they have, just a bunch of worry, unnecessary worry. And all this worrying, it led me to a mental breakdown. Friend, for real, I was mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausted. It was like I was looking at a movie about myself, this sad young lady who had been taken advantage, who should have been taking advantage of every opportunity handed to me. But instead, you know what I did? All I could do was just beat myself up. Be and deal with all the racing thoughts constantly in my mind. It was like all I could do was sleep. And if I wasn't sleeping, I was on the couch, under a blanket, or laying in the bed. I had shut myself off from the world. I mean, not even no TV, no social media. It got to the point like I was like ignoring everything, phone calls, text messages. Like I shut myself down from worrying so much from people that was genuinely concerned about me. Thinking about everything that I needed to do, what all had to be done, how I needed to clean up, how I had to do laundry, how I needed to go grocery shopping, do the dishes, schedule Carter's doctor's appointments, and everything else in between. I mean, friend, it had got so bad, it started to affect me at work as well. It was like I was stuck mentally and physically. My alarm would go off for me to get up and go to work, and I couldn't even get out of bed. It was like this constant battle every day between my mind and my body. All the time. I'm talking about every day. All the time, constantly. There'd be like a few moments where my mind would be at ease, but then it would go back to all the racing thoughts. Day in, day out. All the time. From the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep. Constantly. And friend, trust me, you don't want that. And if you're going through that, I completely understand because I've been there. I'm not gonna lie, I still get them, but not as bad. And it's not as often. But I still struggle. All the time. It was like I physically couldn't get my body to move. No matter how hard I tried, I would be like laying there when my alarm go off, and I'd just be like, get up, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. You know, if you don't get up now, you're gonna be late. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, physically, I'm talking to myself in my head trying to force myself to get up to get ready for work. It wasn't happening. And I was just like, if all I needed to do was just get my feet to touch the ground. And once I got my feet to touch the ground, you know, my body gonna move. It's gonna do what it gotta do. But it was so hard, no matter how hard I tried. I would be telling myself this same thing when I got home from work, and I'd be stuck on the couch or stuck in the bed, laying down and can't move. All you gotta do is get your feet to touch the ground and get up. And once you get up, you're gonna be able to do it. I'm telling you, it was so hard. It would literally take me like anywhere from like 45 minutes to like an hour and a half just to get out of bed to get ready for work. When I finally got up, it would be so hard to get myself dressed. I mean, yeah, I could get in the shower and I would be in there, and then I get lost in my thoughts again, and I wind up spending so much more time in the shower than I expected to. Now when I get out the shower, it's like I'm rushing, and everything else gotta be a rush. And honestly, this part right here, it's gonna be like, it's kind of embarrassing, but you know, I'm gonna share this with you anyway, because maybe you going through the same thing, or you was, or you know somebody that is. And I know, like, I'm sharing this on a public place, like on the internet, for the whole world to see. But deep down in my heart, I know that like it's gonna help somebody. I know it's gonna help one person out there. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and say this, like, because it's really embarrassing as a woman, you know. But it would be some days like I would wake up so late, I was in a rush that I didn't have time to shower. I would just get up and put on my clothes. I wouldn't even wash my face or brush my teeth. I would be just like put on my clothes and put on some deodorant and be out of the house. Other days I would take a shower, I would put on deodorant, I would just slap some gel on my hair and brush it back. Don't even take the ponytail out. Just like leave it as is and just slick down my ends to make it look like I did something to my hair. Put on deodorant and out the door. I wasn't brushing my teeth. I wasn't washing my face. If I got in the shower, I was washing my face. But if it was one of those days where I was super late, I wasn't even washing my face. I was just running out the house because I know like I could not afford to lose this job because I got bills. And then that only caused more worrying because like, what if I get there and they decide to fire me today because I'm 2 hours late because I couldn't get out of the bed? What am I gonna do? How am I gonna pay my bills? It was like a constant cycle over and over and over again, constantly beating myself up for no reason. And then it was like other days I would get up, take a shower, get dressed. I'm not gonna lie, every day my clothes is wrinkled. Still to this day, they be wrinkled. But I've been being better, like much better at getting up, getting dressed. What I did was I still rarely brush my teeth at the house. Majority of the days I brush my teeth at work. I wound up having to go and buy toothpaste and a toothbrush and mouthwash. And I put the toothbrush and toothpaste in my locker, and I put the mouthwash in my car knob, like console middle thingy, whatever. I'm gonna be honest, I use the mouthwash like maybe twice, 3 times. Most days I wasn't brushing my teeth at all, even though the toothbrush and toothpaste was in my locker. It was right there. It was like, oh, chew some bubble gum. I wasn't even using the mouthwash or nothing. It was, I don't know why it was so hard. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I was going through. Like it literally took a toll on me. And I would have never thought that the worrying could really put me in this state of mind. When I think back, like my mom used to tell me, go check the mailbox. And I would literally have to like get dressed, make sure I have on a certain type of clothes, brush my hair, brush my teeth, put on lotion, deodorant, body spray, like everything, just to go out the door and check the mailbox. And now for me to sit back and see myself walk out the door to go to work at the post office around all these people and not even take care of my basic needs as far as brushing my teeth, making sure I'm decent. Yo, I don't even hardly ever put on lotion. Like lotion now is like my main thing of my first step in my self-care routine, because I feel like, oh, nobody will know I'm ashy when I get out the shower because I got on leggings, I got on long pants, so nobody will know that I'm ashy. No, it doesn't matter if nobody could see that I'm ashy or not. This is something now that I'm taking a step. It's been hard. Some days I do it, some days I don't, but that is my first step into my self-care, taking care of myself. Lotion is something that simple. And yeah, I know people might be like, how is lotion, da da da, but for me, that's where I'm starting. It's something simple where I can take care of myself and show myself some love, and it's not costing me anything. I'm not going out having to get my nails done or get my hair done or my lashes or whatever the case may be. Putting on lotion is my first step to me better taking care of myself and not giving an excuse to why I shouldn't. Oh, because no one can see my legs because I got on long pants. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. you know, I was talking about worrying. So yeah, I figured like, you know, maybe I thought like I wasn't doing this stuff because like I was pressed for time, like I was running late, so like I didn't have time to like sit here and do all this stuff like brush my teeth and, you know, all this little extra stuff, make sure I got earrings in my ear, which is something else that I try to do now as part of my self-care routine. Earrings and lotion, always making sure I have a pair of earrings in and lotion. But yeah, it wasn't the case. Like I found myself like whether I had to be to work at 2:30 in the morning, even though I was always late getting there at like 3:30, 3:20. The days that I was off, I would get up and get dressed, and I still, for some reason, I couldn't brush my teeth. Or I would grab the toothbrush and run it under running water and brush my teeth with just a bare toothbrush without toothpaste. Meanwhile, the toothpaste is right there. Like, why it was so hard for me to put the toothpaste on the toothbrush? I don't know. I don't understand. To this day, I still can't figure it out. But I know that all of this stemmed from worrying and then all the other things that I was battling as well. I would be like doing all this stuff, self-sabotaging myself. And then I'll be at work like thinking and worrying about if people could smell my breath, what they was talking about, if they was talking about me. And then I'll be like so mentally and physically exhausted from work that when I came home, it was like I crashed. I would just get there to the house and here I am now on the sofa, stuck, or in the bed, stuck, bundled under the cover. So I would try to use the bathroom, because if I didn't use the bathroom before I sat down or laid down in the bed, I wasn't getting up, no matter how bad I had to pee. It would literally be to the point of me about to pee on myself before I could force myself to get up just to use the bathroom. Like, it really, really took a toll on me. You know, I would just be there like for hours and hours on end, sitting on the couch under the covers, like just laying there, like sitting up, just there, can't move, thinking, racing thoughts constantly, worrying, everything, just worrying, constantly. It was just crazy. Like, some days, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be sitting there worrying and thinking about everything I gotta do. Like, I gotta clean up, I got laundry to do, I gotta do this, I need to try to clean up before the house get worse. Like, every day. And sometimes I would like go on YouTube to look for motivation and cleaning videos. Most of the time, no matter how hard I try to get myself to get up and clean up, I just couldn't. And then there would be some days that I would actually get the slightest, tiniest bit of motivation, and I would start to clean up. But it wouldn't last long. So I would never be able to finish because I would be all over the place. I would try to get some things done, but it was never like enough. And worrying about everything all the time, it was like really taking a toll on my life and making my life like turn for the worse. But as you can see from this video, everything started to turn around, you know. So I'm getting better with my thoughts. I'm getting better about worrying. I'm able to get up more and do more. These videos is a way to kind of hold myself accountable, but also to help someone out there, maybe you, friend, to let you know you are not alone. But yeah, that's what these videos is for. And just to know, like, hey, I still have my racing thoughts. I still be stuck at times. And sometimes, you know, especially if you've been watching my videos for a while, or you don't went back and watched some of my videos, sometimes my house is a complete disaster, and other times it's not. But honestly, I can't even take all the credit, because like I don't even think I could have done it without the help of my husband, like for real. But between him, my best friend, listening to podcasts and talking to my therapist, I was able to like work through the mental blockage that I was facing and work on changing my mindset. That was like the biggest thing for me, changing my mindset. And I want to let you know that if you're going through this or something in this similar situation to mine's, just know that if I did it, then you can do it too. And trust me, I promise you, it was not easy. And on most days, I swear to you, I felt like giving up. But I pushed through anyway. And look at me now. I done came a long ways. And yeah, some days I still face a lot of challenges. And yeah, I got a long ways to go. But I know I'm gonna get there. And I know you is too, friend. We just gotta be determined and keep the faith. And no matter what, we just gotta keep pushing through. And even if we have a bad day, we just gotta tell ourselves that, you know what? That's all right, because there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow we gonna start over fresh, like brand new. We just starting over with a clean slate, because that's what tomorrow's all about. Starting over. And you know, it take a lot of effort. And honestly, for me, this journey has been like almost 2 years to get from such a dark place to where I am now. I think worrying on top of my depression, my executive functioning disorder, my ADHD, and my anxiety, it's really, truly been a struggle. And it's been a lot of hard work. When I had like those days where it was just seeming too difficult, I would just sit back and I would just think about this quote. And I would tell myself that all the time. And I'm going to share this quote with you, friend. The quote is from Jim Rohn. He's one of the people that I be listening to sometimes. Well, I listen to I'll Google like motivation, and he's like one of the people that will come up like in the playlist. And he says in this quote, he says, "Don't ask for the task to be easy. Just ask for it to be worth it." Don't wish it was easier. Just wish it was better. Don't ask for less challenge. Ask for more skills. Don't ask for less problems. Ask for more wisdom. And honestly, that's really been like something that I've been working on with myself. And I feel like it can resonate in so many different areas of my life, to where I should be able to get things done and accomplish and push through and get that little bit of piece of motivation. It basically tells me that like no matter what, we all gonna have issues and problems, but we gotta face them. And when we go through and we look back on it, like, yeah, while we going through it, it might seem like the hardest time, like the most, I don't know, like everything is just like, it's the most chaotic, the most top priority, worst thing ever to happen in life. But then when we look back, it really don't be all that bad as we thought it was gonna be. But in that moment, It definitely is. So I just have to keep telling myself that, like, you got to get through it. You got the strength to get through it. Look at what all you've overcome, all the other things in your past. Look at where you was in your past. This has not always been you. You can get there. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that my story like resonated with somebody. It was really hard to like tell parts of this, and it's a lot of stuff that like I'm still like not debating on opening up, but it's still taking some time for me to like tell the whole world things. So I hope that like this little bit that I've opened up and told you hopefully is inspiration, and to let you know you're not the only one going through it, and to let you know like what could happen if you're not in the situation that I'm in right now, or that I was in. Like what could happen to you if you do keep worrying so much that you let worry take over your life. What could end up happening? Not to say that it would, but I hope it doesn't. And if it already has and you're there, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better every day. Sometimes it's still gonna be hard. Sometimes we still gonna be worrying. Me and you, yep, because I do it. I still be worrying. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's what be happening. But that's all I have to say about worrying. I hope if you this video was like motivational for you, you were able to get up and clean up. I really been like working hard on trying to become better at cleaning, make it easier where it doesn't take as long, to where I'm able to knock it out really quickly, but and stay on top of it. But honestly, yeah, it's getting better, it's getting easier, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it's still days I don't clean up every day. Even though I told myself I was every day, I go to sleep and there's stuff everywhere. So I'm gonna try to set this goal that at least every night before I go to sleep, I try to just straighten up for like 10 minutes or something. Just do a little bit, or at least clean the kitchen, or have like one clean room, one space, so it'll give me peace and like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a sense of calmness, and a place to be able to have clear thoughts. Because when everything is cluttered, my mind gets more cluttered. And for me to be able to look at a space and see clear, calm, like whatever you want to call it, it kind of slows down the racing thoughts, if that makes sense. I think that's why most of the time when I clean up, especially if you go back and look at my old videos, I sweep everything into one pile, and it kind of like clears the floor, because it gets this one space that I can look at that would look clear and clean. And as you can see right now in this part of the video, this is what I'm talking about. It feels so peaceful when I can see like clear. It's just so calming, you know. But yeah, thank you for watching my video. This is the final outcome. I hope I was able to motivate you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up, a like, a comment if you want. And if you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna let the music go ahead and finish playing out as I take you through the rest of the house and show you what I did. And until next time, I'll see you later. Aaron, oh yeah, I almost forgot. If ain't nobody told you today, I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye, friend.